10 completed projects in Africa that shocked the world. The world is in amazement of the numerous massive projects that are located in Africa. These initiatives rank among the most challenging engineering endeavors the world has ever seen, due to their size, extravagance, combination of engineering effort and architecture design cost, and difficulty in implementation. These enormous projects have shocked the world. Therefore, it's incredibly unlikely that these 10 massive projects were finished in Africa. Here are the 10 enormous mega projects that were completed in Africa and shocked the world. Before we get into that, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Also, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. 10. Gautrain, South Africa. The Gautrain connects Kempton Park, Pretoria and Johannesburg over an 80-kilometer stretch of Gauteng Province, South Africa. The project's construction aims to optimize an integrated, innovative public transportation system that supports and encourages Gauteng Province's long-term sustainable economic growth as part of a larger vision for industrialization and modernizing the area. With more than 650 closed-circuit television cameras installed on trains and station confines, Gautrain maintains the highest standards of security, comparable to those used by contemporary trains in Europe and the US, ensuring the safety of passengers boarding the train. The high-speed rail system travels at a top speed of 160 km per hour, making Gautrain one of the continent's fastest trains. 9. Moroccan Solar Power Plant. A project was Azete Morocco's ZET Solar Power Station, also known as the NO Power Station, is the largest concentrated solar power plant in the world. It is a solar power complex with an auxiliary diesel fuel system that is situated about 10 kilometers from the Ouarzazate town in the Drataflali region of Morocco. With a total area of 6,178 acres, the solar power plant supported over 1,000 jobs during construction and 60 permanent positions during the operation and maintenance phases. The concentrated solar power plant was created by Saudi and Spanish contractors and is anticipated to cost more than $2.5 billion. 8. Dangote Oil Refinery, Nigeria. The second largest oil reserve in Africa after Libya is found in Nigeria, the continent's largest oil producer. However, the country's economic development is hampered by a persistent lack of refined petroleum products, which causes filling stations to be empty or to only sell very low-grade fuel. Nigeria currently has one of the largest refineries in the world, the extensive and magnificent. A game-changer that will accelerate Africa's development and strengthen regional integration in West Africa is the Dangote Oil Refinery. The project's principal contractor, Engineers India Limited, started work on the project in 2016. After the installation of the largest crude distillation column in the world in December 2020, a $16 billion processing tube that is the length of a football field and as heavy as 320 elephants, it would have reached a significant milestone. By the end of the year or in early months of 2023, Dangote Oil Refinery is anticipated to reach its daily processing capacity of 540,000 barrels of crude oil, which will be sufficient to meet local oil demand in Nigeria and supply markets abroad. 7. Lagos-Ibadan Railway Project is West Africa's first double-track standard gauge rail of its kind. It runs 10 stations between Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, and Lagos, the economic and populated center of Nigeria. The 150 km/h line, which also has a 7-kilometer branch, was constructed by China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation (CSEC), with assistance from the 4th Railway Institute, the Bridge Bureau, the Electrification Bureau, the 11th and 12th Bureaus of the China Railway Corporation, and the Bridge and Electrification Bureaus. 6. Suez Canal, Egypt. The Suez Canal is a man-made waterway that travels from the Red Sea to the Indian Ocean. By linking the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea, it is one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world and is essential to international trade. For ships going between Europe, Asia, and East Africa, the canal offers a shortcut. The modern-day Suez Canal was first proposed by a French engineer, Lénine de Bellefonte, who was at the time working in Egypt in the 1830s, and reduces the journey distance for ships destined for the UK from the Arabian Sea by approximately 8,900 kilometers or 5,530 miles. Despite opposition and lack of interest from some of the world's most powerful nations and international financial institutions, construction of the canal began at its most northern point in Port Said, and 1.5 million people worked on the project over the course of 10 years. High mortality rate and a great deal of financial, political and technical issues were observed during the construction phase. The Suez Canal was successfully built by Egypt in 1869, surprising many people around the globe. 5. Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. The massive Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, with a 6.5 gigawatt capacity and situated on the Blue Nile, about 15 kilometers east of the Sudanese border, is the largest dam currently being built in Ethiopia. Thanks to the enormous contribution of gravity-compacted concrete, the dam will be the largest hydroelectric power plant in Africa and one of the largest in the world. The dam's reservoir can hold 74 billion cubic meters of water, and it measures 1,800 meters in length and 170 meters in height. It can also handle floods at a rate of 19,370 cubic meters per second, reducing alluvium in Sudan by 100 million cubic meters and enabling irrigation by roughly 500,000 hectares of new agricultural land until it is finished. It is planned to use more than 10 million cubic meters of concrete, which can be expanded to 100 million cubic meters skyscrapers of today. After the first and second Francis turbines were installed in 2021, the dam started running on a semi-scale basis. The dam's main objective is to generate electricity in order to alleviate Ethiopia's severe energy shortage and to export electricity to surrounding East African nations. 4. The Great Man-Made River, Libya. While exploring for oil in 1953, in 1983, Libya made the astounding discovery of vast underground reservoirs of potable fossil water. The Libyan government started building a vast network of underground pipelines and channels in Libya that transport high-quality fresh water from ancient underground reservoirs deep in the Sahara through the Great Man-Made River Authority. The $25 billion project included the largest reservoir in the world, with a kilometer diameter and a capacity of more than 24 million cubic meters. A total of 4,000 kilometers worth of 250,000 pipeline reservoirs, remotely controlled control communication systems, hydraulic pumping stations, and other buildings control of corrosion operational support and maintenance for power. The massive man-made river provision, also known as the eighth wonder of the world, is connected to the coast of Libya by a network of pipelines that transport water from the Sahara Desert. 3. The Eko-Atlantic Great Wall of Lagos. The Lagos metropolitan area, the Victoria Island District, and the Lekki Phase 1 are close by the Eko-Atlantic Lagos Smart City. It is situated on 10 million square meters of land that the Atlantic Ocean has reclaimed. The objective of this project was to build a city that would act as the continent of Africa's new economic hub. To stop further coastal erosion, Eko-Atlantic City has been able to reclaim almost 70% of that land. The Great Wall of Lagos, a seawall that is 8.5 kilometers long and 12.5 meters wide, now surrounds the Eko-Atlantic City. The Great Wall is a sustainable solution to the ongoing loss of land and has been built to withstand the worst storms in 1,000 years. Over 6 million square meters of the Atlantic Ocean and Victoria Island are currently shielded by that wall. 2. Ethiopian Light Rail System construction. Construction of Ethiopia's light rail system began in December 2011 after funding was obtained from China's Exim Bank, an export-import bank. The railway cost $475 million in total, with Exim Bank providing a sizable concessional loan to cover 8 to 5% of that amount. The two-line 34.4-kilometer system was built by the China Railway Engineering Corporation in 3 years, and trial operations started in February 2015. The Ethiopian Light Rail system officially launched public service with more than 40 trains when the lines went live in the nation's capital, Addis Ababa. In sub-Saharan Africa, it is the first trainway of its kind. Number 1. Tazara Railway, Tanzania. Between Tanzania and Zambia, Tazara Railway, a binational railroad that connects the Southern Africa Regional Transport Network to the port of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, provides both freight and passenger services. One of the most remarkable initiatives ever carried out in Africa is Tazara Railway. One of the longest railway systems in Africa, the Tazara Railway is the longest in East and Central Africa. Additionally, it is the only railway line that links Southern Africa and East Africa. The Tazara Railway, China's largest foreign infrastructure investment at the time, involved more than 50,000 Chinese and 60,000 African workers on the job site, along with more than 330,000 tons of rails. The railway required 89 million cubic meters of rock and earth to build. On the 1,860-kilometer railway line, with 93 train stations, trains on the Tazara Railway travel at a rate of about 110 kilometers per hour. 22 tunnels, 2,225 box culverts, and 320 bridges. Many people consider the Tazara Railway to be one of the greatest engineering achievements since World War II. There you have it, explorers. Thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comment section below. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications so you'll get notified every time we post a new video.